very good afternoon to you and welcome to today's edition of Lunchtime News. I am Nicola De Zoiza. As usual, let's start off with a look at your headlines. All school students to be insured from next year. A member of the Hinguragoda Pradeshiya Sabha killed in a motor accident. Death toll in Spain trail derailment rises to 77. First off in local news, notices were issued on the leader of the United National Party Ranil Wickremesinghe and the United National Party Working Committee to appear before court on the 16th of September. The Court of Appeal issued notices after considering a petition filed by provincial councillors Maitri Gunaratna and Shiral Laktilaka. The petition was filed against the expelling of 2 councillors from the UNP. According to the councillors, the cancellation is against natural justice. President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Sri Skandaraja, also issued notice on the United National Party Disciplinary Committee. In more local news, the Ministry of Education Services says that steps have been taken to ensure all school students in the island from next year. Minister Duminda Dissanayake says that all preparations have been made for this purpose.
Minister Duminda Dissanayake also said that this decision was reached after taking into consideration recent incidents where a bus carrying a group of students and teachers from the Tamil Junior School in Tanni Kumbura fell into a precipice in the Sita Elia area, resulting in the death of 3 individuals, including a teacher, and injuries to 10 students. Another incident that was cited by the minister was when students who were on an education excursion to the National Museum sustained injuries when a staircase collapsed. The minister said that a proper program had not been put into place regarding measures that should be taken in the event of such incidents. Therefore, the minister pointed out that a new plan will be implemented.
A member of the Hinguragoda Pradeshiya Sabha died in an accident that occurred in the Minneria area in Polonnaruwa last night.
UPFM member of the Hinguragoda Pradeshiya Sabha R.B. Ratnayake lost his life when the cab he was travelling in met with an accident last night. Ratnayake was returning to his residence in Rotavava from Min area when the cab he was travelling in crashed into a bridge and fell into a lake. Our correspondent said that although area residents had taken the Pradeshiya Sabha member out of the cab, he had already passed away. "44-year-old R.B. Ratnayake was a father of 3 daughters. Meanwhile, a child travelling on a bicycle to school was injured when he collided with a tipper. After being admitted to the Ambalandura hospital for treatment, the injured child was transferred to the Hambandura Teaching Hospital for further treatment. Our correspondent said that the injured child is a student of the Vijayabha Central College in Hungama.
The 6th annual Colombo National Education and Book Fair commenced this morning. Newsfirst is the media sponsor for the event.
The book fair, organized by the Public Library Welfare Association, will be held until the 31st of this month from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Reading is important if one is to do something good. Therefore, it should be considered as a national responsibility. We have rendered support to this event, disregarding the cost involved, because it is a national responsibility. We at Newsfirst accepted this invitation with happiness. If a person becomes interested in reading after visiting this fair or has learned something through it, then there is no greater joy for us.
Today is the second day of the Mayura Vasanthaya Trade Fair and Carnival at the Naramala Public Grounds. Newsfirst is the media sponsor for the event. The Mayura Vasanthaya 2013 Trade Fair and Carnival is organized by the Past Pupils Association of the Naramala Mayurapada Central College. A large number of people flocked to the carnival yesterday. A musical show with Sri Lanka's leading bands will be held every night at the exhibition. Let's now take a look at A report filed by Newsfirst U reporter WAK Sunil from Mawarala.
Students of the Deyandala Primary School and National School encounter numerous difficulties due to the absence of a pedestrian crossing on the Deyandala Handungala Road. The public are calling for immediate measures to be taken to set a pedestrian crossing for these students.
Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning, Senior Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama says media has become a fact of life. The minister made this statement at a conference held at the Auditor General's Department in Colombo yesterday.
A large gathering, including Speaker Shamal Rajapaksa, attended the international conference titled SAI's Meeting High Expectations.
Today, unlike those days, the media is very alert. Almost like the Auditor General, the media is very active. We can hardly go home when there is a call. There's a lot of media interest. That is a fact of life. So that is something positive. Actually, we should welcome the approach of the media, because media, whistleblowers, today there are whistleblowers all over the place. Anybody stepping out of line, they will communicate to the media. Earlier they used to communicate to the ministry or the minister. Now before they talk to the minister, they talk to the media. So even the minister discovers only after he reads the newspapers. So we have to find a way of working together with the media.
We have said there's big dearth of professionals in our public sector, particularly accountants and auditors. Well, the salary in the private sector is almost double, triple. So the public sector can't attract unless they are given a good remuneration. So that is one of the recommendations that we have made to the government. It should be reconsidered. Otherwise, the entire public sector business organization will collapse if you don't have sufficient good auditors and accountants. There's a big dearth of accountants in our country as far as the public sector is concerned.
The Health Ministry has decided to launch the pilot project of using the solid BTI bacteria as an assistive methodology for eradicating mosquitoes. The project will be initiated from next month.
This community-led project will be launched in Borlasgamo, Kalania and Gampa MOH divisions. The Minister of Health noted that Subject Minister Maithripala Sirisena has given instructions to make plans in this regard. The liquid BTI bacteria is currently being used for eradicating mosquitoes. While the solid BTI bacteria remains active in the water for a period of 1 month, the Health Ministry said that investigations have revealed that the use of the solid bacteria will destroy mosquito larvae within a short time.
The Ministry of Education says that steps have been taken to admit 3,400 students who passed the recent GCE Advanced Level examination to the science faculties.
The ministry said they would be admitted to 18 science faculties in the country before the end of this year. The ministry, however, noted that admissions to faculties with regard to English and information technology subjects will be delayed by a few weeks. This is due to the fact that exam results for these subjects have not yet been released. The Minister of Education said the exams for admission into the science faculties were held in the Peradeniya, Pasturun, Ratma Valley and Ruwanpura.
The opening ceremony of the exhibition titled Her Stories was held at the International Centre for Ethnic Studies in Colombo yesterday.
The Her Stories project, which is the first of a series of Sri Lankan's histories that focus on mothers from the south and north and highlights their strength in the face of adversity and their hopes for their children and Sri Lanka's future. The project, organized by the International Centre for Ethnic Studies, has collected 270 oral histories. The opening exhibition was held in Colombo on the 5th of April and was later held in Jaffna, Galle and Ampara. Her Stories was also invited to exhibit in Kabul, Afghanistan in May this year. Her Stories, which is on display in Colombo for the second time, will be held until the 28th of this month at the International Centre for Ethnic Studies.
Have we learned lessons from the 1983 Black July?
Some of us have. I would even say most of us have. The visit of UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Madam Navi Pillai, in August. Here is a person who is very well qualified to take the legal route in case there are attempts to unfairly destabilize.
Well, that's all the news we have for you for now. I'm Nicola Dezoiza for Newsfirst. Join us at 1:55 for the very latest. Till then, have a good afternoon.
Hotline 0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.